another day and you're making sweet art. Your character is coming along and you ask yourself, what if I could make this guy move? Like, with animation? But then you think, nah man, I don't have time for that. But wait, you can just use 2 frames. In this video, I want to show you how to make animation with just 2 frames. Mostly giving some ideas because 2-frame animation is just like it sounds, just basically 2 pictures that move. So here are some examples, and yeah, let's get into it. But first, coffee. Okay, here we go. Let's start out with something super simple and easy. Just going to draw a cool, dope character with a circle. So put a leg and another leg. Maybe a couple like beefy arms. I'll just put one of those beefy arms back on him for good measure. Now our character is chillin'. Okay, I mean he's cool. I don't really usually say chillin'. Anyway, his foot is uneven. Okay. There is our bro. Yo. Alright, so here is our character, and we are just going to animate him with 2 frames. So the first one, the blinking one, pretty straightforward. All you do is duplicate this guy, or whatever character you have, and erase the eyeballs, and add little blinking ones instead. This was definitely the easiest one to create. The other types of animations are not very hard either. So we're just gonna add some duration to make it look like there's some little space in between the blinking and not blinking, so that it looks a little bit more natural. There we go. And you can play with different things like staggering it, you know, adding another frame here and there, and you can make him do a series of different kinds of blinks. Alright, the next kind is really easy as well. It's kind of the Ed and Eddie effect. All we're going to do is trace over this guy on a new frame. All we're going to do is trace over kind of very loosely so that we have some motion and movement when the frames are played back. So I'm not going to be super worried that my lines are lining up with the previous frame because, you know, the imperfections are perfection. I I think animation is super fun because when you're drawing, you get to see like what it's gonna look like when it's played back, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes exactly what it will be like until you actually play it. So for this one, I turned it up a little bit, the frame rate, just to make it a little cleaner, a little cooler. For the last one, you can add any type of movement, and there's a lot of different things you could do and you can play with. Not all types of movement will really work with 2 frames because, you know, some kinds of moves are just a little bit too drastic. But for this one, we're just going to add like a simple wave. All right, so I'm just going to redraw the whole character because I think it'll look a little bit more natural. And I'm going to actually redraw this arm on the first frame because it needs some help to make it look more natural. I think I'm going to make the mouth smiling as well with the big toothy grin. Yeah, that's pretty fast, so I'm just going to turn this back down to 4 frames a second. But yeah, there you go. You can do all sorts of different types of animation, you know, like tapping his foot or the little video game bounce like I did with the sample animation. So there's all sorts of things you can do, play around with it and have fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.